You know those mornings where you keep hitting snooze, you keep falling back to sleep, and then it's like 45 minutes later and you wake up and you have like the worst headache? That's me right now. I had to take an Advil, my head hurts so much, so I'm really hoping this coffee helps. I'm like so tired. And we haven't seen the sun in like a week probably. So, new year, same me. I love that this is the version of me that I'm choosing to share first thing in this video. I don't know if you guys can tell or notice, but we got a new lens for Christmas. It's really cute. Well, it's not cute, it's just really good. So yes, I got a new lens for Christmas and I've been absolutely loving it. It's going to make my vlogs look so much better and me be able to film when it's dark and gloomy like this and have it be light. So I'm very, very happy about it. Thanks, you avail. Gavi. I'm literally holding his feet. So dramatic. My headache is pretty well gone now. It's probably because I've started drinking my coffee, but I thought I would sit down and get ready for the day, but also just like catch you guys up on what I did when I was taking a bit of a break. I feel like it's I'm gonna get foundation in my hair. Because normally when I take a break, I'm still like taking pictures and like planning videos and like all this other stuff on the side, which obviously I did a little bit of, but not to the extent I normally do. So it was kind of nice to just sit back, relax. We binged a lot of television shows, a lot of good ones. One of the shows that we watched was Industry. It's an HBO show. It was really good. We went through that one super quickly. Found it super interesting, and I believe they're getting a second season, so I'm very excited about that. My favorite thing ever is when you're watching a show you enjoy and then as soon as you're done you're like, did they get cleared for a second season? Yes? Okay, great. And then the other one we finished was Flight Attendant with Kaylee Cuoco. I really liked it. It's like, I don't know, it was like a thriller. That's about as thriller as I'll get, and thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. I believe Cody worked on that. He either worked on the pilot or the whole series, I can't remember. But anyway, we finished that. We watched a couple movies as well. That was kind of nice to just sit and relax and watch those. Highly recommend both. I know that a lot of people are currently watching Bridgerton. I think that's what it is. And I started it, but I wasn't like super in the zone to watch that. So I do want to watch that because I've heard good things. I just haven't like properly sat down to watch it. So I'm going to try and do that. One of my goals this year is actually to watch basically not watch YouTube, because if you guys know me, I watch way too much YouTube, way too much, and so I want to focus that energy on other things, listening to podcasts, watching like Netflix shows and things like that, instead of watching a bunch of YouTube, which obviously I condone, but the amount that I watch is just not healthy. So yeah, that's one of my goals for this year, but we will get into more of those later on in the video. As for Christmas, we had a really lovely Christmas. Obviously it was a lot smaller than it normally is, but we had a great day. I honestly had the best time and it was such a mood booster, and I enjoyed it so much, and I'm just so thankful that we were able to have the Christmas we were, because I knew a lot of people weren't able to see their families and things like that. So thoroughly enjoyed that, and it was honestly like perfect given the situation we're in. So I was very happy about that. And then for New Year's, we just did like a Zoom Google Hangout with our friends, drank, played a lot of Among Us, like 2 hours worth of Among Us. I'd never played it prior to that. So yeah, that was kind of fun and different. And yeah, New Year's struck, and then the next day I woke up, I'm like, all of the decorations have got to go. I'm over Christmas, we're done with it, let's tidy this shit up. So that's basically what I did. I got rid of all the decorations and everything feels a lot more calm and peaceful now. I feel like people this year are very half and half. They're either like, I'm gonna decorate early and leave this stuff up till June because it brings me joy and that's totally okay, or there's the people that are like me that are like, okay, let's get it up. Okay, let's take it down. That's basically how I feel. I just want everything to be like a clean slate. I also just didn't want to start filming videos with like a Christmas tree still there. I don't know. Let me know in a comment. Do you leave your tree up longer, like well past New Year's, or do you like to put things away like myself? I know so many people that love Hoola, obviously myself included, but I really like the Hoola Light Bronzer. I just find that the color works so well for me. Even if I'm tan, you can still see it on my, which is pretty sad, honestly. But yeah, you can still see it. And I feel like it's such a nice tan color, like a little bit of a bronze, and then I can use Hoola to darken a contour if I want. But I don't know, I feel like no one actually talks about this one, and I thoroughly like her. I even hit pan on her. I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll catch up with you guys after. And we're back. Makeup is done, hair is done, and we're ready to eat something. I'm starving. Breakfast this morning is kind of random, but I put together a little breakfast bowl with some scrambled eggs, spinach, and some potatoes, leftover potatoes that I crisped up. We have avocado with everything but the bagel, and then some salsa to top it off. So I finished my very small Instagram thing that I needed to get done today, so now I can sit on the couch and talk to you guys about my goals and just kind of walk you guys through the stuff that I did to set myself up for a good year and the systems I have in place, and just kind of have that chat because I love talking about this kind of stuff. Usually at the start of a new year, I'm like so amped and ready. This year felt a little bit different. I wasn't like super motivated, but I was motivated in the sense to like write things down and to get like this part of my life sorted, if that makes sense. And I actually did a video last year talking about how I organize my life, and a lot of the stuff that I mentioned in that video is going to be the same systems I use for like my income and like my Google Calendar and all that kind of stuff, and like content planning. For the most part, those systems are all really great and I've been using them for years, so those will stay the same. But a new thing I did this year that I've never done before is create a vision board, and I feel like this is really the year for vision boards. I saw so many people post on Instagram sharing theirs, and I actually made two. So I have a physical one and a digital one, and I didn't film myself actually creating these because I just wanted to enjoy the process myself, especially since it was my first time doing it. And I also don't know if sharing them is like taboo or like not allowed. So if you have any insight on that and want to let me know in the comments, I would very much appreciate it. I think it's fun to share them just because I love seeing other people's, but I'm not really sure the like thing behind it. So I do have a physical one. This is the one that I made with magazine cutouts. I'll just give you guys a quick little look at it. I love the tones of the magazine that I got, and so much of the cutouts were like perfect for my vision boards. Some of the wording I have on here is like for 2021, grow your own way, which I thought was very true to like how I'm feeling mentally, and also just like where I want my life to go this next year, if that makes sense. I'm definitely stepping into very much being my authentic self and not worrying about other people. I'm a huge person of comparison, and it's something I'm really trying to work on this year. So this is a great reminder for me to see that every single day. I actually have this, and I'm going to keep it above my sunglasses in my studio, so every time I go in there to work and get ready, I'll see it. I also have like work it out because I do want to get back in shape. I have unapologetic, unstoppable, just like nice encouraging words, and then some pictures and other little things that I thought represented me and what I want from this year. And then like I said, I also did a digital one, which I thought was really cool because you can be a lot more specific with that, I find. And so I did that one just by looking at Pinterest and using some fonts and things like that. So I created that one the same way I would do any other type of graphic design. So I made it in Photoshop, and I really liked the way it turned out. Like I said, I loved being able to be so specific with things, especially like numbers and also brands that I want to work with and different things like that. I did share a sneak peek on my Instagram, and I'll insert that here, but I did remove like a lot of the things that I have on it, so they're a little more personal. And the best part about a digital vision board like that is you can save it as your phone background, your desktop screensaver. You can of course print it out, put it on your notebook or a binder if you're going to school, like different things like that. It's so easy to have it be in multiple different places, so you're constantly seeing it and being reminded of these things. If you guys haven't made a vision board for this year, I definitely recommend it. I found it so therapeutic to just sit and be creative in that way and really just like see what I want and, you know, see what this year I'm asking for, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely recommend. If you don't know how to use Photoshop, I believe Canva is a really good website to use, or PicMonkey, and yeah, definitely recommend if you haven't done one already. Now let's get into how I'm setting up the rest of my life. So you guys know I've talked about this briefly in a recent video that I use a lot of different notebooks for different things, and that's kind of just what's worked best for me in the past and what I will continue doing. So I have this large notebook that is going to be all of my YouTube ideas. I'm about a quarter way used for this, but this is basically just what I list my video ideas, what I want to do for the month, certain specific video outlines, all that kind of stuff goes into this notebook. And then last year I had a day designer planner. It looked like this. I really enjoyed it. minus the fact that there's many months that have nothing in it because pandemic. So yeah, this one, I love this planner, and I just wanted to switch it up because I've had a day designer for about 3 years now. I'll try and show you guys what a page looks like. So you get a page for the entire day. So it has like the to-do list, a schedule, notes, daily gratitude, do, dinner, dollars, don't forget, and top 3. And it was a great planner when I was really busy, but I'm not anymore. So I have a lot of blank pages. I never really use the calendar in here, and so I wanted to change it up and get something a little bit more compact this year, because this is like thick. This is a big planner. So if you have a lot of stuff going on in your life and you really need to organize it and you need a full page for every single day, definitely recommend that. But I wanted to get a new planner this year. This one is from Still Classics, and I got it for Christmas from my mom. Thanks, Mom. And this is a local Vancouver brand, although they do ship to the US as well. They do also have a undated planner, which I thought about getting, but I'm honestly so awful at like filling in the numbers and I always mess it up. So I went with the 2021 planner. I also got some fun stickers to go with it, and I've gotten a little bit more into stickers again lately. If you remember my plan with me's, I was very big into the Happy Planner. I think that's what it was. And so I've kind of brought that spirit back a little bit because it makes me feel really good. So yeah, this one is very cool because I'll show you a couple of the blank pages here. So it has the monthly goals, so you write down all of your goals, and then it also has a section for you to talk about your budget, so monthly expenses and budgeting, monthly rituals and routines, lots of great things to fill out, and it repeats every single month, which is really great, so you can check back and just like keep yourself accountable. I really like that. And I also like the fact that it has the full calendar. Great to fill in. Obviously this is going to be used more so for like my personal stuff, so I'm not going to use this completely for work. That's usually what I use Google Calendar for. And then for the days, they have a full 2 pages every single week for your checklist, your to-do list, which I love because I usually have a very long to-do list and I like to check things off. I also like that it has a memorable moment kind of section at the bottom, so you can fill that in, kind of a nice journaling thing. And then for the weekly spread, it has the entire week starting at Monday. It has like a morning, a day, and a night section, and you can just fill that in however you like. I just really like the way this planner is set up and organized, and like I said, I just kind of wanted to change it up for this year, and I really like the way that this one is laid out, and I love supporting a small business. So that's my planner for this year. I've really been enjoying it. I still don't have a whole lot going on, but it has been nice to organize the few things that I have going on into the new planner. So that's my planner, my YouTube notebook, and then I have my manifestation little journal. This is a new thing to me. I showed you guys this recently in a haul video as well, and I've really been enjoying it. This is very specific. Only certain things get written in here, and it's very much a separate thing, but I really like it so far. Just a basic notebook, that's been going well. And then I have one more notebook. I'm the kind of person that really needs to like separate my thoughts in different categories to stay organized, so that's why I use all of these different notebooks and techniques and systems, because that's just like what makes sense in my brain. You might be able to put all of it in one journal, and that's great, but I really need to separate it. So this final journal is the same one that I hauled when I hold that one, and this one is going to just kind of be my everything notebook. So this is going to have like my monthly goals, my monthly to-do list, and when I say that, I kind of break things down into like financial, health, personal, maybe career kind of goals on one page, and just write out all the things that I want to do or keep in mind for this month. And then I do a to-do list, because there's always these random things that I want to do around the house or get done, and I just like don't find the time to do it, but I need to, so I put them onto a checklist. And that way, if I like have an afternoon where I'm like, what should I do, I should check out this list and do one of the things and cross it off. So that's kind of what this notebook is for, and I can share with you guys some of the goals that I've set for January. First one is to get back eating dairy-free and gluten-free. I was really bad at this the past 3 months. I had no motivation to do anything, but we got an air fryer, the Ninja Foodie, for Christmas, and it has been so great for planning meals and just cooking a lot faster. That was the biggest thing with the past couple months, is I just didn't really have the time or motivation, so I just like felt like cooking took so long, and then we'd end up eating out, and it was just like way too much money. So this has really helped because it cooks things so fast and very easy. And another thing Cody and I have done is basically make a meal plan for dinners for this week. This is obviously our first week doing it, but it's helped so much already because you write down the list. We have it in our Google Keep app, so we can actually share it. So he can see it, I can see it, and we can both edit it. Same way we do our grocery list. And this is just really nice because I've never planned out my meals like this, and I didn't think I'd be the kind of person that would like it because I'm very intuitive with my cravings, and I'm like, I want this for dinner, you know? Sometimes you just don't want to have to think about it. So this has been really great so far. It's Tuesday, so like we're still working on it, but this has been really great because we also just go to the grocery store and pick out and buy specific things that we need for each meal, which is so good because normally before we would just buy all the things we like, if that makes sense, like obviously healthy things, but like just buy a plethora of a bunch of stuff, and then every night we'd be like, okay, this can go with this and this could go with this. And so this is definitely a smarter way to do it, and I've really been enjoying it. So hopefully we can keep that up because we definitely need to stop ordering food. That should be a special treat thing. We need to save money. So that is kind of the first thing. And also my body just feels so much better when I'm eating healthy, and I have gone far too long with not eating healthy. So it's nice to be back. I crave vegetables. Salads sound great to me right now, and we're gonna keep rolling with it. As for finance goals for this month, I really don't want to do any extra spending. I don't need anything. Christmas just happened. There's really nothing on my radar that I like desperately need or want. So I really want to make sure I'm only spending money on things like groceries and essentials, essentially. So that's basically all I need to say about that one. I feel like everyone's kind of in the same boat. And then in terms of like personal goals, I do want to do more home workouts because I feel so much better when I do. We are back at dance, and I just having 3 weeks off made me realize how much I need to move my body. So doing like the Pop Sugar workout YouTube videos has been really good. I've only done it once this year, but that's actually something I should mention because every time I move my body that isn't dance or like a class I go to, I get a gold star. I have these gold stickers and I'm putting them on my calendar spread. So every time I move my body this month, I'll get a gold star. And I think that's a fun incentive. And I'm really having no expectations on that. 3 times a week would be great, but we'll see how it goes. And then other personal ones, I want to get back into routine, waking up earlier, going to bed earlier. I was in such a good rhythm, and then one night where you stay up so late, which was New Year's, it just like completely throws your whole entire thing off. So I definitely want to get back on track with that. I feel like that's a common one. And kind of along those same lines, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I want to watch less YouTube and focus more time on work and actually being productive during the day instead of taking all of these breaks to watch other content. I just need to stop doing that. Also too, screen time before bed has been, I turned off my downtime thing. So if you guys go to your iPhone and you swipe left, you'll go to your screen time. You can hit downtime and set a time where it like basically locks your phone and you can't get into any apps. And I really have been enjoying this. I did it before the Christmas break, took it off for the break just because I was staying up later. And now I've put it back on. So at 11 p.m. every single night, my phone kind of shuts down and I can't access anything. Of course, you can access things for like 15 minutes, which I actually really like. So if I do want to look and scroll on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is, I can allow myself 15 minutes. But once that's up, my phone goes away and I go to sleep. So that's been kind of nice. I love that feature on the iPhone. I think that's really great and has helped me a lot and something I definitely want to continue doing. So that's pretty much what I've been doing to get myself organized and motivated and inspired for the new year. Please let me know in a comment down below if you have any goals that you've set for this month or this year. I would absolutely love to hear them. I love this topic and I love hearing about other people's personal goals. I find it so interesting and also inspiring. So if you have a couple or one that you want to share, leave it in the comment down below.